I have that title.
Well, it's kind of a nifty little Easter egg kind of thing. You would like it doesn't tell you they're up there or anything, or
Nope.
that's
It
kind
is a full-on Easter egg. All right, BH7X.
Thank you for accepting a contract from the Bounty Brokers Association.
Oh,
Proceed
it's
to the planet
nice.
specified in the contract to meet the client and gather the details of the bounty. Good
Greetings,
hunting.
soldier. The Bounty Brokers Association welcomes you. If you are interested in the exciting career of bounty hunting, you may review available contracts by using the terminal nearby. Please note that Republic environmental regulations severely limit the amount of carbonite used to capture bounty targets in order to protect native planetary ecologies. Fortunately, there are currently no ecological concerns surrounding.
All right, did you talk to BH?
Yep, he's saying don't use too much carbonite because the hippies will get mad. And... Alright, what can we get? Interrogation probe. I want an interrogation probe. We got both? We can choose?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, we can be either light side or dark side.
Well,
Basically.
I'm all pissed for not talking for a long time, so whoever the hell we're going after.
Alright, so we can go to a bounty contact terminal. We can go to Ord Mantell, Coruscant, or Nar Shaddaa. So let's go to Ord Mantell because I hate both planets.
Whoa, there's a really fat guy on a speeder here.
Oh yeah.
Like a really fat guy. That is pretty cool.
Body type 4.
I like
number 1 body type.
that armor is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
The gloves are just ridiculous. Holy crap. It's half your arm.
That's pretty cool.
That is. That is the kind of armor that you get at level 50.
I'm gonna make a really fat lady, I think, as another character at some point. I wonder how fat the ladies can get.
Not 18 layers of fat like that guy.
Aww.
Yeah.
They probably
Alright,
keep
so...
them kind of sexy still, don't they?
Yeah. Did you click Bounty Contact Terminal?
Is that this thing? Yeah, it's...
Yeah, and then go to Ord Mantell.
I'm not eligible for this conversation. I think I already accepted everything from that.
How about share? Oh, you're already on the mission.
Alright.
That's not it. I'm going to go for light side, so I'm going to buy... Oh, those are expensive. I have a lot of money, though.
Do we need these things for anything? Like the probes? Like, should I bring extras?
Yes, I'll show you when we get back to Ord Mantell.
Well, I'll pack up a couple of them with me then.
Yeah, I brought 5, I think, with me.
Oh,
there'll be some on planet side, so...
Alright. I only brought 3, so...
Alright.
Leaving the rest zone, okay.
Ellen Chewbacca, I'm reading through the Republic Commando series of books again, for like the 3rd time, and it's still my favorite series.
The game's really good.
Yeah, the game is amazing. What the hell name is that?
Long one.
Weezen Henry. What name? What's his legacy title? Or
Making her. Oh, it's a dirty one too.
Oh god. Nice.
With one that long, it's probably gonna be, you know, like.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about MMOs. They're very immersive. Like, you know, you see people name their ships really stupid things. And
Yeah.
I was like that in Star Trek Online when you see a ship with just some like. Are we going to the Jedi hangar? Why am I going here?
Yeah.
I guess I could ride on your ship.
I'm going back to my ship.
I'm gonna ride on your ship if you'll let me.
Okay. I'm on my ship.
Oh no. Okay, it's okay.
That's the one, Len Chewbacca. Although it's not exactly Delta Squad wanting to be freemen. They stick around during the Empire. Unfortunately, the entire series is kind of dead. Well, not dead really, but the author left. So,
Well, with Disney taking over, that's all going to be thrown into chaos probably anyway, because they said all that expanded universe stuff is... It was never exactly canon, but it was, like, approved or whatever, and I guess, like, a lot of... They're just throwing all that out, so none of it ever happened, so...
Yeah, well, Karen Travis, which is the author of the Republic Commando series, was, like, she was fed up because all of her work that she worked on was basically being pissed all over from, Star Wars: The Clone Wars CGI thing. Like basically everything that she established in Star Wars canon, the Clone Wars said, "Lol, nope."
I cannot reach that door.
I guess you have the same problem I had earlier.
I can't
It'll let
reach
you out when the ship's good and ready.
My arms are too stubby. I can't reach that door. Well, like, they were always considered to be like a second tier kind of canon. It's not as good of canon as the movies or whatever. Like George Lucas always said that if anything in the movies happened, that's officially what happened, regardless of what the books said. So, but Disney says screw all that crap. I don't even know how all the licensing stuff for books is gonna work.
I don't know either. No one knows really. The new movie's just gonna be all kinds of what? Kira, what are you doing now?
Well, that will be interesting. I don't know why people are so bent out of shape about Disney doing that, because I think Disney actually does a pretty good job with the series that they manage. Like, you know, the Marvel stuff. They haven't done anything crazy to that. And it's not like George Lucas was necessarily doing a particularly great job himself, so...
That's true, but I think he's the lesser of two evils.
I say, well, J.J. Abrams is like the bane of my existence. I'm very sad that he's doing that because I really don't like what he did to Star Trek, and now he's gonna go rape Star Wars as well. So
yeah,
but Star Wars doesn't mean as much to me. So maybe I thought those Star Trek movies were good movies. There was bad Star Trek movies, so I don't know. Maybe it'll work out. Where am I supposed to be going? Am I supposed to be going to the surface?
Yeah, but I'm stuck in the place, the little airlock place.
Because, like, you know, frankly, the canon of Star Trek is a lot bigger and more complicated than Star Wars. So, what they did in those movies just it disgusts me. Like, setting it in an alternate universe is dumb. Because
that is something that I don't want to happen for Star Wars, but I definitely will say like Episode 7 is set in a different universe because it's just so bullshit and messes with all the canon. If it does, and I'm not saying it will.
I have some hope that they might do a good job with it. I mean, the good thing about Star Wars is, like, pretty much if there's lightsabers, I'll like it. Like, that's all I really need, so I'll probably like it, like, regardless, unless it's... I mean, I don't know what they'd have to do for me to not like it, but, like, I don't even mind the George Lucas prequel trilogy so much. Like, a lot of people give it a lot of hate and stuff, and I don't get it. They're fine, like, especially Episode 3. I thought it was, like, enjoyable to watch for the most part, and there's a lot of good action scenes in it, and, you know...
Yeah.
To a certain degree, Star Wars is always going to be kind of silly because it's supposed to be. Like George Lucas himself said that it was like a Saturday morning cereal kind of thing. There's no science to it and stuff. It's just magic,
just
basically.
Yeah, space magic.
Yeah. So
yeah, but
as long as it like internally makes some sense, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so long as it's not like straight out fantasy. I'm fine. But one thing that I'm going to be really pissed about is Star Wars Rebels, and that's already shaping up to be a terrible show. Not
I've
only
heard
is
of
it,
I know nothing about it though.
Basically, it's made by the same guys who made Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and they're taking the exact same tech, the exact same people, and they're just setting basically what was the Clone Wars in a different time period.
So it's just like episode 4 times instead of episode 2.
Yeah, basically. And it really pisses me off because it's going to interfere with a lot of the already established canon between episodes 4 and 5, or between 3 and 4 maybe, if it wants to set itself in that universe or time period. But like the time period there is already so extremely oversaturated. Like anywhere between episode 1 and episode 6, in my opinion, shouldn't have anything else added to it. Like it is done. It is.
Well, that's why like the original Knights of the Old Republic was such a good idea.
Yeah.
Is that they were like,
Yeah.
nope, it takes place like 3,000 years before, so we can just do whatever the heck we want, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and they introduced a whole new species.
Am I alone
Yeah.
on this planet?
Are you? What?
I don't know. I'm over here I'm on Ord whatever, and there's a mission. There's all kinds of missions I could do here. I'm not on the.
Those are probably the heroics, and those reset
There's
after every
a
day.
bunch of them. I'm on my way to the green thing, but I don't know where you are. I actually lost track of you.
But they're making they're introducing a lot of like they're introducing a lot of new characters. Like they're like announcing them. Like one's already been announced. They're adding a cowboy Jedi, which is going to be voiced by the same guy who did that guy from Mass Effect 3. The black guy who calls you Loco or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
And-
there's Jedi, and this takes place during episode 4 times.
Yep.
Are you
That's-
Ariados?
I hate.
You
Oh,
hear
there
about
was
the
another
bounty
Jedi that they
At
forgot to kill. I
last.
hate that.
Thank you for coming.
And there's like a
I have
little
all the
Jedi
information
kid that was
here.
born
Colonel Brogan,
during the
ex-Colonel Brogan. He's got a whole pack of
like when the Empire
ex-soldiers who
formed,
extort
like with
credits from
Order
refugees
66 and all
citizens
that, and
alike.
he's force
Those who
sensitive
won't
supposedly,
pay
and
are
he's good
or worse.
or like, he's a good con artist or whatever, and like seriously, like
Anyone who works for Brogan is dead.
Good.
the Jedi
Let them
Purge
see
was
what
really
it's like.
effective, and I
I've
don't think a
watched.
little
I've seen everywhere
force
those
sensitive
scum
kid
go,
would have
and
escaped
everyone they talk to.
the Emperor
With
or
what
Darth
I've
Vader.
learned, you'll have
No, it's only
problem
supposed to be like
finding them.
Obi-Wan and
Just be
Yoda
careful.
because they're really powerful.
These men
and they
are
could, like that's why
killers. They
Yoda
won't
went and lived
hesitate.
on Dagobah because
I learned
he
that
could
Yeah.
hide
firsthand.
there. Like the Emperor couldn't detect him because of the Force juju there or whatever.
Force juju.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Details.
So
Please
yeah,
do not hesitate to question them
no, that's no good. That's the probably worst thing in Star Wars in my opinion is some lost Jedi who they did not purge and
Yep.
that
Yeah.
you never heard of them, but all of a sudden they're super important and awesome.
Well, there are some characters that you see in like the Clone Wars or like from some other time period that are there somewhere in the galaxy, like Kate Kirk or something like that. I forgot his name, but he's a badass, and he basically lives in solitude. So now what happened was we contacted our bounty contact, and now we have to extract information from shady characters on Ord Mantell, and they gave us a location.
I saw a shady character before.
Yeah, alright, so what we can do is travel back to the Ordam Village speeder, and then fast travel back to Fort Garnick. Because we have to take the speeder there. I don't know why they sent our
You do
contact all
realize
the way
what I
here.
said about my fast traveling.
I know. Which is why we're going back to the speeder.
Okay. Because I
I could fast travel if I want to be a jerk about it.
Well, have fun.
I'm not gonna do it though. But yeah, it's like, and then they're adding a droid that like is built from a bunch of bits and pieces, and
So I should
like
go to-
he's like grumpy and cantankerous and heroic. It's like, what?
grumpy, cantankerous, and heroic.
One of these things just doesn't belong here. You can't be grumpy all the time and heroic at the same time.
Well, I mean, like any sort of prequel thing always has the problem. Like the main Star Wars movies had that where it's like Anakin Skywalker built C-3PO. Like they try to connect important people together and stuff, and that drives me crazy too.
Yeah. Apparently, Ahsoka Tano's coming back in Rebels. No.
I actually kind of liked some episodes of that show, but
Some of the early ones are alright, but as soon as you start messing with the canon... Can we just kill her off already? Like,
I think
I
it's
know
funny
that
that-
she's like an idol for a lot of the little kids
Yeah,
that like
that's
Star
the whole
Wars, but
idea of it.
I was fed the same stuff that the adults were fed to. I grew up watching the movies and not this dumbed down child bullshit.
When I was a little kid, like there was basically only the original movies. Like
Yeah.
I remember like I was super excited for episode 1. I remember that like when the first trailers came up and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. And
and then it wasn't quite really.
it was not the greatest thing ever, but